In this tutorial, I will show you step-by-step way to dynamically generate and table of contents for, let's say, the blog page or any page you want. Step 1, head to the documentation. I will add this documentation link in the description. Copy the script tag mentioned here. I will copy the script tag and head back to the Webflow. Go to the page setting and add it inside the body tag. Once done, save. Step 2, there are like three particular main elements that are required for the table of contents to work. Number 1 is rich text. Number 2 is the links holder, which will hold all the links. Third is the link item. So these are three main elements which are required on the page. Head back to the documentation, copy the first data attribute, which is SSTOC content comp, copy it and add it to the rich text element. I will go to the settings and add it to the attribute. The value is basically a unique name. Whatever you want, you can go it. For example, I will give it as blog RT. I will copy it. This is required on the next particular element. I will copy SSTOC comp and add it to the holder and paste the same value what I had given to the rest text element. Blog RT. Head back to the documentation. Now I will copy the TOC item data attribute and I will select the item and give the name, copy the value, give the value to the data attribute. Next thing is TOC item text. I'll copy it and paste it to the text element. This is optional. Let's say if you don't require a div above it, you can directly just skip this particular step and the code will pick this element and update the text inside it. For now, as per my design, we wanted a div holder on it. We have used it. I'll go back to the documentation, copy the value and add it here. These are basic steps which are required and there are like optional things or what we can pass. For example, let's say we want a custom class to be added to the active element. I will copy this and go back to the holder and add this particular data attribute and the value must be a class name which is a combo class of the item. For example, if I go to the item style, we have added is active combo class and styled it. I will copy this and go back to the value and paste it. I will go back to the documentation. Here you can see there are like many more options. For example, I can specifically say which headings I want it to pick from the rich text and add it. For example, I will copy this and paste it and I will say I just need H2 and H3s on the page. And there are like more options. Let's say I want the smooth scroll to be enabled. I will copy this, go back to documentation, paste it and I will set it as true. Once done, if I publish it, now I can see all the H2s on the page on the rich text are added here dynamically. So if I click it, now I can see this is basically automatically scrolling to that particular element. One particular thing, if you notice, whenever I click on an element, this is going underneath the navbar. This is basically our particular navbar is sticky to the page. This is the reason why it is going below. So specifically, there is one other attribute what you can add to say you want particular space offset to be added at the top. For example, here SS option offset, I will copy it, go back to the page and add this data attribute and set the value in pixels. So this value should be in pixels. For example, let's say I want 120 pixels of top spacing to be added. I'll publish it. Now go back to the page and refresh. and click on any particular element. Now I can see there is a space added at the top. All the stylings can be done in Webflow. For example, let's say I can see the cursor is not pointer. I can go back here and for the active class, for the item, I will just select the item and set the cursor as pointer. If I publish, there's a cursor added whenever I am hovering. This is how you can integrate table of contents dynamically without a single line of code. Thank you.